the fucking jockey with the
How
grenade.
fast can I kill Rochelle with this?
Still scared.
Answer's pretty fast.
Hey!
Don't you... Are you teabagging her?
Back up.
Anyway, let's go do something.
Don't worry, Rochelle. I got you. Oh wait, hold on. All right. Oh, whoops. Hear that charger? Plunging attack!
I'm high!
Oh, there's a hunter here too.
It's a
This cannot be done. There's no second chance. Upon this realization, he plunges into sorrow, which will last eternity. I am overtaken by the paralyzing fear. What the fuck? God damn it, dude! That scared the shit out of me. I wake up and the elevator suddenly slows to a descent. I'm startled awake by dicks. You're welcome. Who? I like Orlando or whatever her name is, the
She has no
office
head.
chick. Hold on. We can amend this.
What you're saying is no head.
In fact, that is what I'm saying.
What happens if I stick a fork in a computer radiator?
There you go.
I don't know, that third photo is pretty great.
Oh yeah, that's when she find. Okay, so context for this one, and I'm completely on her side here, is you enact an act of terrorism upon a tower.
Ah, fun.
You and Hop. You take your Pokemon, you go into Rose Tower, and you assault the entire place, going from the very bottom floor up to the chairman's office at the top.
Okay,
And why
we're
is
good.
this? Because
You just said you enacted an act of terrorism on a tower.
yeah, and you want to know why you did this? It's because Hop's brother Leon, who is the champion of the Galar region, was late for your dinner date because the chairman of the Pokemon League had to talk to him.
That's funny.
You can see why she's making this face.
That's fair.
She's like, if you've ever worked in customer service, you know this woman's pain.
Yeah. no,
You have made
thorough.
this face and definitely this face. I
Yeah,
love this
no, At
woman.
least 5 times.
Yeah. It's like in Honey Pop, right? Of like, they try to make Nikki a bitch because she works at the coffee place, and Lolo wants
Mhm.
Nikki to get her a cup of coffee while she's clocked out. That's like, oh, Nikki's a bitch. No, fuck you. I clocked out. I'm not getting paid to deal with your shit.
Exactly.
Go ask somebody
Agreed.
else.
That is so agreed, man.
I've never actually done the Dawn Guard. And you know, I figured, okay, I'm gonna go back to Carlotta. She's like the expert restoration trainer, and restoration training's a bitch. I got Arender, by the way. Yeah, all my kinsmen are dead. My brothers and sisters of the cloth. So we're gonna go enact Holy Revenge. What a nostalgic feeling, getting my ass beat by a valley girl. Why do I- Why do I feel slightly aroused by this sensation?
Why am I used to this sensation?
Oh, never mind, she's got a mommy complex.
Oh no.
That's the nostalgia.
Oh no.
One day I will just flip Like, I'll just
Alright,
lose
no,
it.
no, stop it.
We were
I'm
talking
I'm
about
here.
that today.
Guys, I made it. I have consecutively streamed more than one day. And, oh my god. Why is it so little? Wait, then what's the... Oh. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm not bouncing yet because I'm deafened in Discord. However, we got some cool things today. Alright, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more. I think I'm only slightly louder than it. I'm not a very loud person. But, so today, we're gonna go over just a little RPG thing, just a break from streaming one game. Sword World. So you might ask yourself, Hawk, what's Sword World? Sword World is a RPG based out of Japan. So long story short, a guy went to America, he got a bunch of D&D books, and when he went back to Japan, he started playing with his buddies, they made stories out of it, and that became the hit anime franchise Record of Lodoss War. And people wanted to do their own adventures and things like that. So it was basically like Critical Role before Critical Role. And you know what, let me... There. Now you can see me bounce. I feel like that's out of context, but whatever. I'm used to it at this point. I have an entire, like, year's worth of documented out of context quotes. But anyways. So people wanted to play it, and they realized, well shit, you know, Dungeons & Dragons might not like it if we just use their rulebook. So they made their own, and they made Sword World. They're currently on 2.5. It is, unfortunately, as cool as this is, it is not released outside of Japan. So everything you see here is pure fan translation. And it's... I really like it so far from what I've read. There's a bunch of supplemental material that's been translated. You guys know, just support the official release. Like, even if you can't, like, read Japanese, you can buy the stuff, and then you can be a hipster, like, saying, yeah, I helped bring Sword World to the East. I was playing Sword World before it was cool. You can at least have the bragging rights there. But so what are we gonna do today, you might ask? So we're just gonna, like, I'm gonna give like a brief overview, and I thought that one of the big things is you can, like, completely randomize your character. You'll have, like, all, like, elements of your backstory and your stats and all that. So after I give the rundown of everything, then we can, like, randomize some characters, and who knows, if I eventually ever get to, like, run a campaign in this and get the boys wrangled in, then maybe what you see here might be a character later on in the campaigns. I don't know, just something fun, because there's just something fun about just rolling randomly for a character. You find good inspiration from it. But check this out. I'm very proud of this very simple thing that took 2 seconds to Google. Look at that quick transition. I'm learning hotkeys, baby. I am so excited. So, let's just give us a basic rundown here. We got races, right? So you got your typical, your elf, your dwarf. And we got some other wacky ones. So let me look at my little notes here I have on the side, so I can, like, so I'm not just constantly scrolling. Okay. Then we're gonna enhance to full size. We got humans. So this whole system, prior to going into humans, because it's kind of revolving around the racial abilities, is everything's using a 2d6, and you use power tables to determine everything. Because d6s are way more common to find than a 20-sided dice. Especially when you go outside of D20. Who uses a 20-sided dice at that point? It's a marketing scheme. So humans, they can flip their dice result over. And obviously, in later, the core rulebook split into 3 things, and as you progress through the books, you'll get more things like at 5th level, their racial ability gets more powerful, things like that. Elf. Elves can breathe underwater for an hour, and they got the normal like poison disease resistance. Dwarves are crazy in the fact that they are completely immune to fire-based attacks and all fire. They can straight up just walk into a burning building and be fine. They're actually kind of cool in that regard. Tabbits. Tabbits are little munchkin rabbit people that are really good at magic. Rune folk are pretty much just robot people. Nightmares are either humans, elves, or dwarves that have like demon blood. I mean, it's basically like a tiefling from all the other sources, pretty much. And their thing is they can pretty much ignore like spellcasting requirements. Like you can't generally cast in heavy armor because then interferes with your gestures. Things like that. And just because they also have demon blood in them, they get a certain weakness. So the more monster like you are, it's pretty much, if you're a monster, you have a type of weakness that the players can identify. It's sort of like analysis in like JRPGs. Lycans are people with animal ears and tails, and they can transform in their werebeast form. And they can see in the dark, because everyone but humans get dark vision. I'm sorry, that's me being bitter about Pathfinder. I've recently fallen out of love with Pathfinder. Because there's just so much fucking shit that it's just impossible. And then we got more races over here in the second core rulebook, which is 13. And this one actually has pictures. I mean, the other ones had pictures, but those are more for like the pre-built characters. We got the Lil Draken. I wonder if they mean little dragon. They're basically dragonborns with wings. Okay, this is like the pre-built character. I think they get like armor from their scales, a tail attack, and they have like a flying bonus. We got grass runners, which are what I'm going to ahead and assume are the halflings. The halflings, or what are they called from Final Fantasy XIV? The little dudes. They're good at magic. Funny enough, the opposite effect of them is they can kind of commune with nature. They can't straight up talk to them, but they cannot use MP, and they're very tiny, which is my kind of gripe of it. They're kind of made just to be rogues because their body stats like strength and vitality are not high, and they can't use magic. They can use items that give them like substitution for mana, like Mako stones. We got the Muria, which are plant people. They straight up just have like flowers and stuff growing out of their heads, or part of their body, and they are actually plant creatures, even though they look human. They don't need to eat or sleep, and they're divided into 2 categories. The long-lived and the short-lived. Short-lives live maybe like 10-20 years. And long-lives live like elves, they live fucking forever. Okay, that was the rundown of the races. And if we look here is going to be the quick rundown of the classes. So there's major and minor classes. Everything is experience based. Can you not? Wait. I'm looking on stream. Okay, there it is. It was just super delayed. Never mind. So major classes take more XP to level up. It's basically an XP point buy system. And this game does encourage multi-classing. Because, for example, Fighter Fighter only gets bonuses to melee weapons and evasion hit chance, and they also get all the weapons and armor. But that's all they get when they level up. So it's not like D&D where you get like a special barbarian rage. It's more of all skill based. So what this game encourages is like, okay, say we go fighter, right? We could go scout, which is essentially like the rogue bonuses to like skill checks. So stable device, hide, and all that. We can get that. Or we could go like ranger, which is kind of like scout, but only for natural environments. But they can also do things like just general things involving nature, like geology and potion making. So that could be more like a barbarian. Or you could multi-class into sage, and you'll be more like a monster hunter, which is like all the knowledge checks and identifying monster rolls. Or fuck it, you can go 2 major classes and go priest, and you can become a paladin. So it's a very cool system. So I kind of gave a rundown of fighter. Grappler is pretty much just like your pugilist, your monks and stuff, if you want to punch people and suplex and kick them. They don't get as much armor, and they can only use like brawler weapons, but they get like multi-attack, and they could like actually suplex people. Sorcerer is your wizard. Conjurer is kind of like a support summoner. Priest is generally support, anti-undead, all that, and you get bonus spells depending on your god. Artificer is like the Magitech wizard. Fairy Tamer is kind of druidy. Basically, you have fairies and you can make pacts with them to do elemental themed spells. Like a light fairy gives you healing magic, a dark fairy gives you like mind control. Fire is more destructive, earth is more defensive. We're not going to bother with these asterisk ones for right now, just because they're not going to be in the part we're going to be doing later. Fencer is good if you want to have a little bit of front line as like a caster or something. Caster or like a rogue. You don't get all the weapons and armor like a fighter, but your crit chance is higher. Marksman is all ranged stuff. Now it's worth noting, Artificer can use guns, but to be able to be good with the guns, you need points in Marksman. Like a level in Marksman. Or levels in Marksman, because it's cumulative. Every point in Marksman increases like the accuracy with all your range attacks. Scout is kind of like your rogue archetype. Ranger, we're going over that. Sage, we're going over that. Bard is you start playing music, and you eventually build up a resource that lets you do a finale, which is like a special ability. Very video game-esque. Is it worth noting that these guys can be tricky? Because initiative is... it's the team's initiative versus the enemy initiative. So whoever has the highest on your team, that's everyone's initiative, and you all can act freely within there. So advice I've heard for Bard is if you're doing like a debuff, go last because it affects everybody on your turn out of all your teammates. And then it goes to the enemy's turn, they have the debuff, then you go first when initiative rolls back around. That way it doesn't that way that whole time the debuff does not affect your allies. Enhancer is it's pretty much just like, how do I put this? It's kind of like a Nen if you've seen Hunter x Hunter. It's an ability focused like fighter archetype where you can like harden your skin through breathing techniques and things like that. Rider is mounted combat. Now, because there's things like Magitech and all that bullshit, you don't necessarily have to have this be like a horse or a riding dog. If you want to be cool, you could be like Cloud Strife and just ride a motorcycle everywhere. Alchemist is... you pretty much gather resources from materials, usually through like enemies you kill. And then you can concoct those into like magical cards that'll let you get bonuses.
Yo,
And-
yo.
Oh, what's up, Vulcan?
Fucking getting ready for Monday. Drinking a little bit. Getting all the sad boy shit out of the way for the week.
There you go. If I'm sad now, I won't be sad later. It's a resource
Well,
you
I-
gotta deplete.
Well, me and the girlfriend's dad actually spoke and actually we got a pretty good game plan for how to kind of fix stuff.
Hell
So we
yeah.
Gucci. We Gucci.
You know what G.I.
Got-
Joe says, knowing is half the battle.
All I know is I got 2.5 hours and then I get 5 hours of sleep. Fucking hooah.
Let's go.
Oh god. The army seeped into my soul there for a minute.
Next thing you're gonna be saying it would behoove you.
Hawk, the day I become a staff sergeant, not a regular sergeant, a staff sergeant, or a warrant officer, whichever comes first, I will use behoove, and I will use it liberally.
I was twirling my notepad around, now I lost my notes. No.
Oh god.
Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, welcome.
Behoove you to
So,
find those notes.
so what I am doing on stream is, I've talked about this a little bit in Discord, is I found translated game of Sword World, because it hasn't left Japan. It's a tabletop game. Or it's a role-playing game. So I'm just pretty much going over a brief thing of that, and I'm gonna be rolling some random characters that I might like put in a campaign if I ever like actually get down to writing one. Because you can like completely like randomly roll your character in this. It's great.
Curiosity sounds like it might kill the cat here, though. I wonder how Sword World's gonna be compared to everything else.
Well, so it's different in how its classes are based already. So like they got major and minor classes, and it's an XP buy system. Obviously, minor ones are cheaper costing. So like, let's say you're a fighter, right? You could take the minor class, like 2 points in fighter, or like 2 levels in fighter, and let's say like up a level in ranger. So you'll get like all cool ranger like skill checks. So like you can add your ranger level to like geology checks, and you're better at making like potions and medicines. Or instead of ranger, you could go sage, and you get bonuses to like all your knowledge and monster identification checks. And you could be like a monster slayer. But this one might interest you actually. There's the major class called Artificer, which uses Magitech.
Every artificer class in any game, you already know it's gonna grab my attention.
They get guns, Vulcan.
That's why. That
They're
is
the
why.
only class that can use guns. Yeah, but you need like levels in marksman to like be good with your guns. But putting points in like marksman is just like you get +1 per level to like your accuracy.
Hawk, gun is gun.
Gun is gun.
I don't
But
care
you can
what
make
games try to
magic
debuff
bullets.
them with.
For the
Magic
most
bullets.
part, it's pretty much just the same thing of like Pathfinder of it just takes you a minute to reload your gun. That's about it. But you basically shoot your spells at people. It's great.
Checks out.
So with that,
Hawk, I'm in a predicament here.
what's that?
There's 3 things I can do in War Thunder right now. 1, I can begin grinding the Americans again because they don't have any new ground vehicles, but they do have the only Mach 1 capable jet bomber in the game that has above 30 bombs, which is really nice. I could play Germany, which basically has a super neat combat engineer bulldozer style main battle tank,
Mhm.
which is more direct to getting. Or I could grind out the French tech tree, which isn't painful, but it's not painless. So pretty much no matter what, I'm going to be in agony. But with
I
the
mean, that
Americans, I
last
have good
one.
tanks. Yeah, go on.
That last one just sounds like grinding on the French in general.
Yeah.
Hey, who do you want to grind on more? The Americans, the Germans, or the French?
Jesus Christ.
But
But like with the
bomb sounds super cool. That sounds like America. I love freedom.
freedom's nice, but here's the weird thing with Germany. It's the only tech tree I have 100% completed.
Hmm.
And I have a lot of really neat aviation things. So I have top tier jet bomber, two actually, not jet bomber, but like strike aircraft. I have two for Germany. And then I have their top tier helicopter with fire and forget missiles. Literally just point and click adventure game. And I have all their other cool top tier tanks and, you know, anti-air and really neat bullshit like that. America, let me go to my top tier lineup for them.
America.
I have, you know, I have a really nice modern fighter jet with bomb capable. I have a Marine Corps helicopter. I have a pretty decent anti-air, nice little light tank and heavy battle tanks. Basically, it's basically the exact same as the German lineup, except the Germans have better tank and air assets. Weirdly enough, or not tank assets, but air assets. I'm leaning towards the German side just because it's been a hot minute. And I kind of feel like getting an engineer tank. I really want like a nice, you know, armored bulldozer.
Oh, I thought it was something so bad when you said hot minute. With the
Oh God,
Germans.
is this something that's to go in NSFW?
No, oh, I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
a Jewish pizzeria joke.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. But we can go ahead and start randomly rolling some characters. Yeah, Vulcan. I learned hotkeys for OBS. Now
Holy
I'll have
shit,
to like
he's
spend 30 minutes. I'm
he's
evolving.
unstoppable. He's fucking unstoppable.
My final form when I finally get a VTuber model. But before that, I need like do a redesign because I'm just kind of a plague doctor head right now. I gotta be a pretty boy. That's how I get the audience. I gotta trap them in with thirst. But so yeah, we've got the die roller. Pretty much this whole game just uses 2d6. And so, and then everything's like determined on like a power table, pretty much, your results. So, what was it on the oh, we can come back to create.
Hawk, my entire German lineup has talismans, which just make them premium vehicles without being premium vehicles.
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot how pay to win I was
Oh.
with the Germans.
Oh, my computer might be dying. Okay, it's back.
Evan job.
Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna start with a human. Let's just like randomly roll their class first. And I guess to break down what this category shit is you got different archetypes. You got your warrior category, so your warrior, your sword, or your boxer. Spy is literally its own category as spy, because rogues is not an archetype in this game. You have fighters, and you have magic users. Remote support is pretty much just people in the back line, because this game has 3 different kinds of combat, and you could just have it like an old JRPG of like warriors in the front, mages in the back. So remote support is like your sorcerers, your conjurer, your priest, archer, 21, fairy tamer, minstrel, and you got your hybrid magic warriors, your magic warrior, sworder, and your artificer. So let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so we go there. Ah, damn it. Okay. 1d13. 5. What did I say? 5 plus 2, 3, 4. Sorcerer. Okay. This will be a wizard basically. Sorcerer. Then we go over here to the human environment table. After I roll a 2d6. 21.
They fucking got my ass. Fucking assholes. Got my
21.
ass touched in a very inappropriate way. Kind of upset about it, not gonna lie.
Well, can you ever see the Red 21 video?
No, I haven't, but I don't like the sound of it.
Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, we're doing a detour, guys. Oh, nope, that's not the right
Actually,
one.
where I work in
At least 5 minutes.
Hmm?
I said, can you wait like 5 minutes? I'm in a match right now.
Yeah, sure, I'll wait on the pane.
I ghost shelled, and I witnessed it.
Alright, so that's a peaceful farming village. You were born in a farming village with good soil and water sources. In some cases, you might be able to lead a stable and affluent life. Gotta paste that bad boy.
I
Oh,
got
there's scroll
killed
quest. Oh,
over
shit.
little dumb shit. Gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. It's that kind of day. It's perfect.
I cry myself to sleep every night, Mr. President. I forgot you can play as a leprechaun in this game. But it's not the leprechaun
Dog.
you're used to. It's a small person with furry ears. But you can be just
That's-
as miserly if you want.
It sounds like weird YouTube shorts of a D&D campaign I've been finding recently. Where they're all like puppets and shit, and it's super uncanny.
Oh, Jesus.
My YouTube's weird.
Your YouTube is weird. I can't show my search. I can't show, like... You know how you just go to, like, the YouTube page, it's got, like, all the recommended videos? I can't show mine to stream, because it's just gonna be nothing but, like... Mommy ASMR, dude.
Alright, you can play the video.
Alright. We need to make sure that's okay.
We take a look here, we can see that it has red 40. Thank God it don't got red 21 in it. 21? What's 9 plus 10? 21? Thank God it don't got that in it. What's 9 plus 10? 21? Thank God it don't got that in it, man. 21? You stupid. No, I'm not. What's 9 plus 10? 21? Thank God it don't got red. 21? And you stupid. No, I'm not.
Just...
What's 9 plus 10? 21? Man, you stupid. Thank God it don't got that in it. Thank God I got red 21.
And now, just like me and a frog, you will never be able to utter the word 21 again.
In other
sorry.
news,
Misery loves company.
I also started using my ADHD notepad.
Yay.
It's already half
61?
full.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm kidding. I've only got what is? I'm not going to read off everything specific because you know I don't need it. First page, just my name and what it is. Second page, I've got a thought I had this morning that I knew if I told the girlfriend it was going to upset her, so I just wrote it down.
Intrusive thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then I
get
had
that.
another one which was just me reminding myself, like, hey, you got to back off a little bit. You got to stop smothering her. Another one's like just remembering something. I can't remember what. Oh, well, I should probably read it.
Fairies. Oh, no, don't want to read it while I'm recording.
Oh, it was another intrusive thought. And then on the back of that page, because I'm trying to use up all available space, on the back of that page was just learning, or I wrote down the day my girlfriend works for McDonald's. She started up, working there. It's like just a little side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna write down some more stuff tonight just so I remember. Like unpack my car because half of my childhood home is now in my car because I grabbed it the other day when I was at my house.
There's always more treasure to be found when you go back home. Hell, I was watching some woman in her 30s, and she went back to her parents' house and she found like a shit ton of like old consoles and shit. Taught by the fairies.
I just found some stuff from college that made me super sentimental. I'm like, oh wow, these are like notes and shit my girlfriend made for me. Why do I not have these with me here at her house? So I just packed them all up and brought them with me. Also, I probably told you this, but I got a fucking sick-ass bomber jacket now.
Hell yeah.
I'll try to get you a picture here in a little bit, actually.
Do I have to... Okay, now it's showing up in OBS. There it is. Oh my god, the stream delay is crazy. I can't, like, check the stream on my phone to make sure everything's going right. Okay. This column is ability score stats. Corresponding to certain numbers. Nobody saw that. It's the numbers and letters. But taught by the fairies. And we scroll past all of this because this is race specific. Oh my god, it's still race specific. Okay, almost there. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. We're in the juvenile experiences. Remote support. Sit in the rock. So let's see here. We might as well use full course. Hey Vulcan, I just rolled 21. Learning genius.
Ooh, that reminds me, I finally updated Baldur's Gate so I can play it again.
Yay.
The 14 gigabyte patch notes are kicking my ass. Mostly out of laziness, not because it's like a big download.
Oh god, what's happening? Okay. I should probably like zoom this shit in. What the fuck is happening? Oh. Click it there. I'm always clicking some shit. Nope, that's not the right one. Ah, why can I see like my background? Here we'll do that. And then is it shift? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. What was this again? Juvenile experiences. Juvenile experiences. Remote support. That was learning genius. You get a level in Sage. 500 XP. You remember what you've seen and heard once. Does everyone else really have a hard time remembering? Go to language acquisition table. Oh, that's right, because every time you put a point in Sage, you get language. I'm sure Frog will like that. Usually he likes the ability to get more languages. Which I believe is, yep, up here. That is a 1d6. 3. Which is... You can read Magitech. Okay, it's all one word. Which is script of a civilization that died around 300 years ago, often found in ruins. Oh yeah. Frog actually had me get into a call to talk about Lele. I think he's moving back to like Canada or something.
Oh,
That's why
nice.
he started talking. Because if I remember right, it was because he moved to like Romania and he just couldn't communicate with anybody just due to time zones.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that he's back.
Yep.
Legitimately the only one that's in and out as bad as that.
Man, man, I never realized it from like his perspective. Was everyone fucking left after he left?
Dude, that's fucking insane to me. Like that, our whole group could have survived if it wasn't for the ranch.
Yeah.
It's like Nando and Skirva are pretty chill. Like I still like
Yes,
Nando. I wish I had her friended from time to time.
Skirva kind of got worse over time, I think.
I
Of
think
course,
it's
I
because
could
he
have
was
been.
able to be more unhinged.
Ah, that's true.
Like, he's not a bad dude by any stretch of the imagination. And the fact that we all live now within 2 hours of each other, that's what's killing me.
I guess context for people that are like watching the stream is me, Vulcan, Frog, and Lele, who we were talking about. We all met in VR chat and we started hanging out. Eventually, there's an influence of that song Ram Ranch, which had its own like little whacked out server. And some of us just couldn't take how crazy it was. So I said, fuck, I'm gonna make my own server with blackjack and hookers. And I never looked back.
It's not a bad server. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
really
just-
isn't.
It's not so much anymore, but I've noticed they try talking to each other a bit more now. Can't trace spells. But yeah, it pretty much just, at least for me, it was... At one point I realized we can't bring any more people in here. They're gonna get turned off by these fucking whack jobs. And... pretty much even though I've been right every time when it came to like server maintenance or like changes, I just got outvoted just because there's so many people in the ranch that were now in there. Targeting.
Yeah, and also for context, I had to leave for a few months because of military trainings and stuff like that. So it ended up being I had put Hawk in charge for a while, essentially, and really nothing got done.
I mean,
I was gone for a significant amount of time and nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, I just kind of said, "Fuck this." I now realize where this is going, and I got greener pastures. But yeah, I think one of the biggest shocks to me was that guy that tripped and he had a flute up his ass, or the guy that I don't even know if I want to say this. Let's just say he like farted out his own balls.
Who was this?
It was one of them that posted it. of like shock value humor.
Oh, yeah.
They were very like weird. It was, I don't know how to explain it. I guess just kind of like they got so numb to shock value that they just said like random shock value things, and it escalated. It was really weird because
I know who it was.
I mean, like if you guys know anything about Ram Ranch, you know it's like 18 naked cowboys and things like that, just like sucking cowboy cock and stuff.
Now imagine
It
a
was
whole
that
Discord
times
server of that.
Yeah.
But worse, because like if I remember correctly, there's like this old bitch that actually like sent nudes and shit to people.
Was that the crackhead?
That was the crackhead, the one that died.
Wait, wasn't that one guy's mom? Or like grandma? Oh god, I feel bad for him now. I mean, he was always kind of a bit of a narcissist, I felt, but
The fact that she was black and he was white as snow is what still kills me. Like I know family things are complicated. I know things like that happen regularly. I'm not being racist.
yeah.
But wow.
Yeah, I mean, like
his whole situation was fucked.
I don't know if it's just like his camera or whatnot, but he was pretty like he was crest noticeably white.
For a reference, chat, for the longest time since I met Hawk, I have been, at least up until I went to my training, I am white or whiter than snow. Like, think of that white printer paper. I was close to that. And this kid, who I'm going to call him a kid because he's about the same age as me, yeah, he was white as fucking shit, bro.
Just reminded that
We just
one
see him make a
bit.
podcast.
Yeah. See, I've been trying to think of a name, right? But you know, we can't do like RVD because you know that's like our normal naming convention. It's like a Ruby thing.
Yeah.
But everyone's just gonna think we're Rob Van Dam because that was like his moniker was RVD. And I thought like, okay, what if I change my name to H? And it was like HPV. Like, okay, that does not help whatsoever.
Not the human papilloma virus.
Welcome to the HPV podcast. We're the sickest podcast on the internet.
That might, like, unironically, that'd probably sell pretty well. Like, I don't like saying that, but I might be right.
I'm just now imagining the fucked up branding of like I support HPV, and then we have to like specifically put podcast, otherwise I look like a bug catcher. What was the one podcast I used to listen to? They called it like the Gamegasm podcast. And it was just like 3 friends, and every time they started, they're like, "We put the O in radio." That's some funny shit. Of course, you know that was back in like the early 2010s. God, I remember it. That same guy did a Minecraft collaboration. It was like the one thing is like, all right, guys, if we reach this, I'll play Minecraft. And the guy he played with was called Make Sandwich Woman. The freedom of the 2010s. Anyways, trace spells. Magic sorter. Oh, the happenings table. I've rolled on this happenings table. It gets kind of weird. First happening. I would like to do a podcast one day. That would be a cool idea, though. Just need like we need to figure out like the logistics of that. Because do we just really want to be what happened this week kind of podcast, or?
I mean, we do have some, you know, quote unquote insider military knowledge, which is mostly just me going through military social media.
I mean, do we really want to be known as like the what was his name?
War crime podcast. Angry cops.
No, it was the guy that was on like that Thug Shaker Central Minecraft server, and he leaked like military documents. 2d6 for the second happening table. What was his name? It was something stupid. Like Count Dankula or something like that. Oh, go to the secret background table. Oh, it was Jack the Dripper. That's what it was.
That just sounds like a War Thunder leaker.
God, that's just got to be like utterly humiliating, man. It's like, oh, how did the enemy get our information? From a Jack the Dripper on a Minecraft Discord server. Yeah, sometimes I wonder why other countries make fun of us, but let's be real. If we like
And you
actually like look,
realize-
if we like actually look at the news, I feel like we still see the same shit over there. Because if I learned anything from that, how do you say that? Lofi? Like that Norwegian
Lo-fi?
soldier guy?
Oh,
No, the thing I posted the other day is that most militaries, and this restores my faith in humanity, is that a lot of militaries are just a bunch of chuckle fucks just goofing around. It reminds me of the Shia LaBeouf thing of regardless of everyone's political alignment, they all collectively came together to just troll the shit out of Shia LaBeouf.
like Shia LaBeouf's not. He wasn't a terrible guy before that. Yeah, he was a bit of an edgelord, but I don't think he deserved what came to him.
I don't know, man. He tried to make a political statement in public, and then the public made fun of him, and then he just escalated. Because if Gabe Newell's learned anything, it's that you don't fight the internet. You will lose. Family member's the leader of a dangerous organization. Ooh. The crazy shit that happened in that Shia LaBeouf thing, man. Like, they triangulated the stars to find a flag, and they had a guy go around in what they suspected was the area and start honking his car. They found him in a fucking cabin, but by that point they realized, what's the point? Like, we won. I mean, like,
It's
yeah,
not
we can
fun
keep...
anymore.
Yeah, like, what is there to do? It's literally just a picture of a flag. Just on a white wall somewhere in the world. That was 3. Like, at that point, it's just sad. It's not fun anymore. Go to juvenile experiences table again. Which, yeah, that was like all the way up here, wasn't it? Oh no, this is adolescent. We need juvenile. I guess that was a thing I should mention to you, Vulcan, is occasionally I'll just like start recording when we're on Discord because you weren't there and I didn't record it when me and Frog started talking about the Payday Ghostbusters. This is another 2d6, 35. And that shit was hilarious. Oh, there's another one I should show you. Another meme. Me and Frog. We hated it at first, but now we just laugh our shit off. Leon came over. I died. Thank you.
Alright, I gotta stop playing War Thunder. It's gonna fucking kill me.
Where is it? This is not it. I have to find it through Discord.
Fuck, I have
Give
to
me 1
work
second.
tomorrow. Is it bad to dread work?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just everybody. Okay, I found it.
Like, I like my job, but damn.
Game over. I
There we
died.
go.
Oh no. Restart. 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 Would you?
Nah, Chief, I ain't okay with this.
Poor
Entire
Leon.
video.
I remember when the remake was about to come out and all these ladies started playing Resident Evil 4 Every single one of them got the Leon Kennedy tramp stamp mod. Alright, so what was that? That was 35? 35. Which is self-sufficiency. I should have thought this through better. The button to pull up my Word document is also something that could be typed onto the document. Okay, so pretty much with the point buy system, we can determine just by what we rolled that they are a sorcerer 2, a sage 1, and a ranger 1. A little bit more like nature focused, it seems. Learning magic costs money. You had to go out into the wilds and lead a self-sufficient life, catching prey to raise money. Or that too. I guess that also makes sense that you're good at potions. Self-sufficient life. Okay, so let's see here. They were in a peaceful farming village. They were taught by fairies. They are a learning genius that can speak Magitech. And they can trace spells. You understand with your senses how the spell should fly precisely to the target. Can't explain it, but you never miss the target. And they have a family member who is a leader of a dangerous organization. And they're self-sufficient.
Hawk, do I sell this fucking car?
Car? Let me see here. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really
That
gross. Ain't it?
is... it's like the synthwave color palette just vomited all over it.
Anyway, this is my current one. This is the one I really like.
Okay, it's got some like Japanese mountains on it, you weeb.
Dude, it's a good car. I'll die on this hill. Like, I was even thinking maybe replace one of my lower tier cars with, let me find it because it's a really good car for what it is. But it's a little shitty fucking
Scroll way back up.
Porsche. Yeah.
It's a Porsche. What's that old one? It's Wingardium Leviosa.
It's fucking 0 to 60 speed. Kill yourself.
Oh yeah, you might
That
like
word
this
is not
Vulcan.
allowed here.
Unalive yourself. Do it right now. Don't do it. You might like this, Vulcan. You're a fan of dwarves. Dwarves are completely immune to all fire damage. As like a racial ability. So they can just straight up just walk into a burning building and be fine.
Jesus.
And then when they get like 5th level or something, they can like hold hands with somebody and give them the same power. That's what you get for being the children of fire. Elves, they just like breathe underwater. Oh, right, I gotta scroll up a bit more for the elf. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. There's a lot of scrolling because these are all like race-specific charts. So
Oh,
there's a race called the Lycans, which is just like the animal eater, like were people. And one of the options on the table is killer whale. You think like, oh, okay, you know, these make sense, like fox, wolf, leopard, killer whale. Alrighty, so elf environment table. Let's clear all this. 14. Isolated village. Number 14. Isolated village. Isolated village. Let me copy that real fast. You're born into an environment cut off from a majority of society. Because of their unique values, and sometimes even their own units of measurement and currency, it can take some time to get used to the wide world. Oh right, I should probably roll their class. It's like what? 2013. D13. Oops, I cleared history. 6. Which is just like one above sorcerer. Oops, wrong tab. I've got so many fucking tabs, dude. Conjurer. Another caster. Okay. We might have to do a different thing of measurement here because this is skewed heavily towards the magic classes. Oh fuck it, we'll just base it off of what we find here.
I kind of want a Nissan because I know how fucking busted Nissans get.
Now we scroll all the way down.
I could buy a Honda Civic.
Okay, let's see the animal motifs for the lichens since we're here. Got wolf, jackal, fox, raccoon dog, hyena, raccoon, tiger, cheetah, panther, lion, caracal, puma, bear, armadillo, mole, otter, walrus, and killer whale. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to make one, but have them be like a shark, and then I'll just be a street shark. Fucking love street sharks. I know it was just like a Ninja Turtles ripoff, but they were so cool. They swam on land and they rode motorcycles. They ate metal. Alright, so isolated village. Where is... Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll go on the remote support because it could be an archer or a magic user. And whatever we get there, that's what it'll be. 21. Oh wait, never mind. Reroll that. That's 2d26s. Okay, 32. Perfect pitch. And this was... Elven childhood experiences, remote support. What I said that was 32. Okay. 32. Perfect pitch. Focus on spirit. And I'm just gonna copy and paste these numbers. Nope. There we go. Okay. So this inclines me to pick like a bard. So let's see. You can memorize a song once you heard it and reproduce it with your own voice and instruments. Your adeptness, memory, and sense of sound were enough to amaze the adults. Okay, that's Dwarf, that's Tabit, that's Rune Folk. Oh yeah, you can just be a robot in this game, Vulcan.
Nice.
Alright, here's also an interesting system of how they handle death. is when you die and you get resurrected, you get a soul shard. Or no, a soul scar. And if you get 5 of them, then you turn into a monster. Or like they call it like a revenant, but I think it'd be cool if you're just like a monster and that, like, so like let's say you die enough and you become a monster, we can totally have you, because they have like playable like monster races. Like you could be a basilisk, which is just like a human that usually has like a blindfold on, and they can turn into like an actual basilisk or like a dragon. So there's some playable ones, so we could totally have a campaign like if everybody dies, of you're now just like reborn in the monster lands and you get like fragments of your memory or some shit like that.
That'd be really fucking cool.
Just like I do it under the guise of like, all right guys, we're gonna do like a monster campaign, so everyone make new characters. And then I bamboozle you, like start getting flashbacks of your old character.
That would be really fun. I can't even lie. It's just gotta get fucking people to play.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I only at least need 2. Because they do have campaigns translated for like 2 people. There's one specifically where you play as 2 twins. You're like the Princess of the Sun, or like Princess of the Shining Sun, and Prince of the Brilliant Moon. And you two basically go around doing adventures, and eventually one of you will become the new king or queen.
Huh.
I mean, it's weird that it's mostly a preset set of characters, but they balance out nicely. I guess you could just change it. But like the princess is like a mounted knight fighter, and the prince is like a cleric that can use a rapier and does like all the knowledge checks, so it balances out really nice.
That does sound really fun.
I ran like a one shot, but I'm gonna have to work on it because the one shot is like 10 pages. So you really have to like fill in a lot of the blanks, unfortunately, with it. But it's pretty much just like you're working security at a festival. Another 32. And then I'll have to find it, but I'm pretty sure there's one I have on my hard drive of you're on like a magic train. Or like a Magitech train.
That'd be nice for like a little murder mystery sort of deal.
Yeah. Exploration work. Scout. I also kind of like how they balance out magic a bit more. And the spell list is not massive. Far from it. But another thing is you can't take like a normal movement. You can only take like, what do they call it? It's basically like the equivalent of like a 5-foot step after you cast a spell. Because it's like it's like the super anime, like you say like a long chant and then you like draw symbols in the air. So then again, I'm very bitter towards Pathfinder now. I fucking hate Pathfinder wizards, dude. Just, they can just do everything.
And he comes over to the D&D side, alas.
Look, man, while you're out here doing D&D and Pathfinder, I'm studying the fucking blade with his sword world here. And I guess Starfinder's a bit better. Starfinder fixes a lot of stuff. Like, 6 level spells are the cap. And even then, they're like crushed skull. Which, okay, still sounds pretty bad, but it's not like, you know, I stopped time so I can apply 4 rounds of buffs to myself. Kind of shit. So what's this? Your teachers or the environment in which you study place special emphasis on going out into the field investigating ruins. You're talented in this area as well. Looking at it now, and this is not like a knock at Zito, but I think he opened my eyes just how fucking broken Pathfinder is, and I don't want to play it anymore. Just because there's always some fucking rule. And even then, the rules are kind of broken once they introduce the specific rules trump general rules. So now it's just a fucking crazy fest of like trying to figure out what's right.
Wait, so you're just not playing with them anymore?
No, I'm still playing, it's just now like I'm venturing into new territories for games. But I'd be lying if I said I was stoked for every Monday. It's just kind of a
you should
thing
totally get Baldur's Gate.
now. Money. And I don't
Get
even think
money.
I don't even think my little okay, here's what you need to understand, guys. I am streaming on a fucking laptop. I can't run that shit.
Hawk, your job has to at least give you a spare $60.
Well, no, it's not the matter of money at that point. It's more the matter of I need like an actual like PC to probably play that game.
I'm pretty sure you can get away with it on lower settings. Hell, dude. If you can play Divinity, you should be able to play Baldur's Gate pretty okay now that they've
You mean that
done a lot of patches.
150 gigabyte game?
Yes.
Pleasant experience. Archer. I mean, I'd love to play it. It's just a matter of, unfortunately, I can't run it. Which did I roll there? A 1. Training does not betray. I would have found it funny though if we did play. I would secretly like pick the what'd they call it? The Dark Urge. But I wouldn't tell you. Oh no, the problem with that is you would know when I'm
Dark Urge,
bullshitting you.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
oh,
you
shit.
too well. I can catch your lies.
And I was like, guys, you know how you said you wanted the wizard? Yeah? He kind of fucking exploded. What did you do? I don't know, I just picked the dialogue option and he just blew up. Why is his hand on the ground? Like I said, he blew up, that's the only thing left. The big reveal would be when I go to suck that goblin's toe and bite his toe off. You thought it was the game, Vulcan, but it was me.
What? I don't know how to feel about that entire statement.
Wait, you don't know about that scene?
No.
If you have the Dark Urge, there's like a goblin that's like a paladin for like some evil god. I think it's like the Absolute. And he's like, you can't touch me. I'm the Absolute's favorite. So get down and kiss my feet. And the Dark Urge is like, I wonder what a goblin toe would taste like. So as he goes down to kiss, he just rips his fucking toe off with his teeth.
I think this is why the Dragonborn Dark Urge is the best. Just shit like that.
Yeah. There's just the one where you like punt the fucking squirrel. Like, oh, look at the cute little squirrel. It would be even cuter splattered on the rocks.
You can't even stop that. That's like the only one you can't. That and the Tiefling Bard. Those are the only two you can't actively stop.
Yeah.
Everything else you can re-roll.
Yeah, for that kind of makes sense, right? Because what's the point of being the Dark Urge if you can just choose to resist everything? You really gotta sell home the point of, like, you have violent tendencies you can't control.
And then after that, you just magically can control them because of totally not gameplay reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I just like it whenever you meet the big baddie, or the first big baddie, Ketherick Thorm, in
Mhm.
Act 2. Because he has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, because he knows exactly who you are.
Kei store.
Hi, Frog.
Yo.
You know, but here I am.
The fucking... I just showed Vulcan that video, too.
Good morning.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I did not mean to open this. I did not mean to pop in here, but I guess I'm here now.
Too bad. You're stuck here.
What is this nonsense that I'm looking at?
On my end, I'm rolling random characters on stream in the Sword World game. I might implement them as, like, I don't know, like characters or something, but they're gonna be an archer. This elf, just upon what I rolled. Go to Tragedies and Accidents table. Yay!
Oh, did you get rid of the math one?
The math one.
Yeah. The sound alert.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's still there, but that's my raid sound now, just because it's 30 minutes long. 62. You or a family member fell into the shallow abyss. X! That still got me a little bit.
I heard. Still getting scared by dicks, huh?
Yeah. Me and my
Same energy
crippling
as single by
heterosexuality.
yourself, Hansel.
I still got that saved on my computer. Second happening.
There's too much going on in this stream already.
Yeah. Well, this is
Anyway,
just
I'm
like-
bounce out of here.
Oh, yep. Take care, man.
Alright. Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, Vulcan, but this Sword World game, it hasn't left Japan. This is all purely fan translated shit.
Japan's got a lot of really weird and cool shit, though. That's the sad thing.
6. Oh,
I
funny
wish more of it
thing.
came over to the US.
Yeah. So, I think the big games over there, obviously Sword World, Pathfinder and D&D are pretty equal over there. But the biggest and most popular game over there is Call of Cthulhu.
That's oddly not surprising.
You ever see like the well, you probably haven't, but Japan has like their own like game sets and art and stuff. You know, nothing says like doomsday horror of the inevitable like cute Sherlock Holmes girl. Okay, what was that? Roll the secret background table again. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna roll that. So that's gonna be a 54, which is Born in the Shallow Abyss. Oh, this is actually leading up to... This might be an interesting character, actually. Because their previous one was you or a family member fell into the shallow abyss. So this could be like... They were born and learned how to hunt in the shallow abyss. And shallow abyss is basically... I think it is... Like, there'll be like pockets that will open up and they're like their own like little pocket world slash dungeons. With like demons and monsters in them.
The 7 levels of blue collar workers. I need to watch this.
The 7 layers of hell.
You know what? Here, is it alright if you stream this, Hawk?
Yeah, sure.
PC chat.
Okay,
So
let me turn the music off. And then let me make sure that okay.
We're going to organize this by the damage it does to the overall body and mind, starting with the least damage to the most.
Emotional damage.
So here we are with level 1, the fast food fool. You know, when you work in a customer-facing job like this, you often get treated like a second-class citizen. One time I was spinning a sign for
Hey, at least you get treated like a citizen, dude.
all kinds of profanity at me when driving by. I mean, I was near a ghetto apartment complex, but it went a bit like this.
Hey, you loser.
No, you did not. And you know, within regular schedules and the moderately accepted drug use on the job, it always makes it a very stable environment.
Hey, I'll take a number 9. Fat boy.
Give me a number 9 just like his. Let me get a number 6 with extra dip. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip.
Oh, those are the odds someone's gonna shoot up the 1K mark.
45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Huh? You talking to me? And just to add to all this, the low pay of these jobs adds a lot of extra stress to people's life. And trying to make ends meet can just make things a little bit more difficult and put people on edge. I've seen many mental breakdowns in these environments.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
And here
Huh?
we are.
What?
Level 2, the Delivery Diva. And while being a delivery driver is physically taxing and possibly taxing to the extras, it is a job where you spend all day alone. And you might even end up talking to yourself.
God, sounds
hey, little
nice.
box, hate to see you go. Safe journeys, homie. Yeah, thanks. Wait, what? And with a mix of dog attacks,
Huh?
rolled ankles, and bad lifting form, this job can really just lead to some real pain in the body. I mean, all you need is one bad situation like this. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Ow. And there is a real positive to this job. Being out in nature and or just the world in general really does help your mental health as well. And when you walk all those
Yeah,
steps a
except
day,
when
it's
it's
really
fucking
good for
winter
you.
time.
Unless of course you're selected to deliver to the less than safe side of certain areas. Then it goes like this. Well, that was easy enough. Alright, let's get back at
Oh
it.
god.
What the? Yo, get out. You heard me. Shoo, shoot. And now
Keep
we
the
have
box.
Level 3, the cleaning criminal. You know, I gotta say, cleaning toilets has gotta be one of the most degrading things. Maybe that's why it's an untouchables job in the caste system in India. Alright,
Oh god, in India.
And I used to be a cleaner in a major factory, and I gotta say, once you go from the workers area to the executives area, you know, since everything's significantly better. You go from a lunchroom with generic furniture and a couple microwaves and a vending machine, but then you get to the higher up area, which has a basketball, like hoop area, a ping pong table,
The fuck?
lunch area as well is just crazy nice. They have a food store, serving line, they even had like a brand new truck just chilling there as a product. Sometimes I wonder what
Damn.
of all these polarities of human life. Look at that. And there was one other cleaning job I interviewed for. I didn't get it, but these cleaners were like the Navy SEALs of cleaners. They went up to the ceiling and wore a harness. Like, I can only imagine the atrocities they end up seeing up in those spaces. Alright, keep raising me. Yo, what the? Yo, get me down, get me down, get me down. There's something up here. And coming in at level 4, we have the tradesman tribulation. You know, this is still a blue-collar job, but this is the good paying side of it, such as plumbers, electricians, HVAC, and so on. But these jobs do come with their own problems, especially physically. A lot of these people often have to get joints replaced, and fun fact, once you get that surgery, you no longer float in water. But hey, look at the bright side, you're still 60% water, or maybe without that joint, 59%. Oh good, he's waking up. Hello, Mr. Smith. I got some good news, and I got some bad news. News? What? Well, the good news is the surgery was a success, but the bad news is you're now made of less
I hate that he's
like
saying noose.
condolences. No! And to be completely real with you lads, if you don't have any specific plans for after school, the trades is a good route, since you can do it for a little and make some good money. And you know, something tells me, with time, these jobs will only pay more since it is an old man's industry. And you know what old men do? They tend to retire. Check this out. Got him. Hey kid, what are you doing? Stop. Now on to level 5. We have the warehouse swallowers. You ever got a paper cut
And the
before?
number
Well,
one
in this field,
number
we're gonna do
and the
that
number one number
more
out of all
time,
these
but
10 numbers is
cardboard.
number
And I gotta
5.
say, it's not in my top 10 experiences. It went a little bit like this.
Hey, bud, can you toss that to me?
Yeah, here you go. Oh no. What the?
Ah,
And I don't think
box.
all warehouses do this, but
Wonder if
the
he's
one
gonna put
I
iron
worked at
workers
used
up there
hot
somewhere.
glue tape, which is pretty much a tape dispenser that throws out glue-covered tape.
Dude, I was
And
watching
you put that
someone
on the
and they just
boxes
bought
out
like a
there.
bunch of
You
like
gotta peel that
stickers
dirty
for
glue
like
off your hands
blue
by then.
collar
If
and
that
like
bothers you,
factory
this job
work.
could be a bit
Oh my
difficult.
god, dude, the
Sometimes you
fucking
gotta
boomer
unload
humor
truck
on
as
those
well, or
stickers.
load one. But this can be really heavy lifting, and it can lead to something like this. Come on, Joe, quit sitting around. And here we are with level 6, the Fear Factory. This is an absolute nightmare. I've
Fear
worked in a couple
Factory.
factories, and either I'm not built for it, or it's just actually insufferable. So, in what factory I worked in, not a single person spoke English. Not even the manager, he spoke Cambodian. So when I'm trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, the best instructions they gave me went a little bit like this. 23, 23, 23. Wait, what do you mean? 23. What? Sorry, me no speak English.
You know what? I fucking
Okay.
been there.
And I don't know what it is, but the conditions are just usually pretty brutal. Sometimes you do 12-hour shifts with no AC at all. And the two jobs I had
Yep.
had the two extremes. One was shoveling frozen food into a machine, and it was to make frozen meals so it was colder than a fridge in there. The other one was pushing wood boards through a machine that looked like it was invented before the Model T. And you really want to know what the most brutal part of all this was? It was during the summer and there was no AC. But that's actually
Yep.
not the most brutal part. It gets worse. I had to stick my hand into the machine whenever something got caught in it. And I would pull it out, and you never know what's going to happen. Like, if I did that long term,
Jesus.
I imagine it would go a little like this.
Oh.
no. The machine's stuck. Go ahead and grab that piece out.
Okay.
Yep.
And here we are on the final frontier, level 7, the
seventh layer of
construction
hell.
Crusaders. You know, seeing
Here you
how
go,
I lived
Vulcan.
in Arizona, where it hits nearly 120 degrees on
I had the
Sundays,
factory
I
work,
gotta
you
go
got the
for rocks.
construction.
Construction workers
Yay, we
were
got the
enough with
two
that.
deepest
Some
layers of
people
hell.
give me enough to do that. I'm so
Yay.
pale, I might as well be reflective, so I'd die instantly. And it would probably look like this. Hey, welcome aboard. So we're gonna, what? And you know, we can't forget about the damage the sun can do to you. I mean, look at this truck driver who only had the sun on one side of his face. Or this guy who only wore jeans but never wore long sleeves. The sun is not to be messed with.
fuck?
I mean, I was in the 2nd grade, and on the 100th day of school, my teacher had us do this. Alright, class, for the 100th day, we are going to stare at the sun for 100 seconds.
A few moments later.
Now, if you
Excuse
did
me?
that, you're stupid. You shouldn't stare at the sun.
Really, bro?
But on the real, plus rep to all the
But you
construction
told them
workers
to.
in the world.
You
I know
hold the
they get a lot of
authority.
hate for blocking roads, but it's a necessary evil. But I know some jobs put you into a position where you may be mistreated. And a mindset I hold, or maybe even an ability per se, is I see myself in everything. So if I was gonna go kill a spider, I see the perspective of the spider. And it looks like this. Ew, what is that thing? I'm gonna take it out. And you don't need to be as extreme about it as I am, but you should at least live by the golden rule. Treat others how
Do you ever
want to be
think bees
treated.
feel like
Go
badasses
ahead
when they
and leave
sting
a
someone?
comment on what field you think is the worst.
Probably
Feel free to
before they
click this
realize they
video
die.
right here.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you basically died nat 20 in God and giving them an allergic reaction. That's pretty badass. Anyways.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna head off tonight, man. I gotta wake up in 6 hours.
Alrighty, man. Take care. Sleep well.
Peace. We'll try to.
Yep. Oh, chat, it's just you and me again. Gonna actually go do the thing. Alright, so third happening table. Oh, that's right, it was the, No, it wasn't the secret background. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Alright, so that's gonna be a 1d6 for 2. Oh my god, it's the secret background again. That's the weird thing about this these like 3 tables is there's a lot of overlap. So generally, unless they all like can be fit together, oh my god, excuse me. I would just say like pick the ones that make sense. If one doesn't, you can just scrap that one. It's like rolling for stats. It's better to roll stats like 3-4 times and then pick the ones that are best for what you want. Because it's all fun in games until you roll a shit character or you're the one overpowered asshole. Alrighty, so that was also a 2d6. So 36. Okay, where is it? Someone is trying to kill you. Okay, no, that one kind of makes sense. Because if they, like, say, escaped the shallow abyss, then something might be trying to go after them. So let's just kind of review. They're an archer. They're from an isolated village. Or this could be the environment. Just some environment that's pretty much alien, that makes them feel alienated. Pitch perfect. So they can memorize a song. So that's kind of bardy. But that could be anything. That could also be like mimicry. Okay. Exploration work. Your teachers or the environment in which you study place special emphasis on going out in the field and investigating ruins. You're talented in this area as well. And then you shoot thousands and thousands of shots at a target. Even if it was a moving target, you never miss. And then you or a family member fell into the shallow abyss. But you were born in the shallow abyss, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe they lived in the shallow abyss all their life until they got out. And someone's trying to kill them, so maybe it's like an enemy or something. And then from a villain perspective, maybe they're like... Maybe this elf was like raised by Barbarous, which is just a fancy way of saying monsters. So yeah, that one works actually pretty well. Now we go all the way to the dwarf. So let me check my notes so I can like... Okay, so let's go like... page 80. Okay, too far. Now we're going to the dwarves. Alright, so we're gonna clear this. Go like a 2d6, so that's gonna be a 42. Blacksmith family, armor. Interesting that they specify specifically armor. But that's good. Okay, so 42. Get that there. Bada bing. Alright, so let's see. What does this say about blacksmith family? You're born and raised in a family of blacksmiths who specialize in making metal armor. The spirit of the craftsman who customizes armor for each individual is in you. There's a weird way to phrase it, but sure. We're gonna do some turbo scrolling. Now, I guess for anyone that's interested in Sword World, you can probably just like type in Sword World and it'll be the Reddit where I found it. But also, if you don't want to like do any searching, below the channel is a link to Discord, to my Discord. Nobody's in it, but in the tabletop section, I do have it pinned. So you just go to tabletop games and you don't even have to like look at the pins. It's still, you can visibly see it. So if you ever want to link to any of that stuff, feel free to check it out. Share some love to this, because this is actually kind of a cool system that I honestly haven't gone over that much, but okay. So, let's just say that this door's like a warrior. So, warrior category. If we go here, we got the Dwarven Childhood Experiences. Typing that out real fast. That's another 2d6. 11. Oh, that's a craftsmanship quality. Okay. So this actually kind of tying in super well. That 11. And then I'm just gonna copy. Holy shit, their fucking dexterity. For some reason in this game, dwarves have super high dexterity. Maybe it's just from the craftsmanship. Also, if anyone's here, I had this conversation with somebody and it was not very fruitful because they cherry picked like an obscure D&D thing. If you guys know any like cool dwarves that aren't just kind of like dirt people, feel free to let me know. 'Cause I always love getting your takes on that kind of stuff. Am I? Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I looked over and my little thing wasn't bouncing. So I thought like, oh shit, did I mute myself? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Craftsmanship quality, focus on accuracy. Dwarven craftsmanship is so exquisite and beautiful that it is prized everywhere. You either grew up in such a workshop, I mean blacksmith's family in this case, or you have worked in it and have been found to have the right qualities. So right off the bat we have the idea of like a dwarf in their armor or their craft. So maybe like testing it for whatever reason, be that like because somebody got hurt or just to prove that their family is the best. Turbo scroll. And we're still scrolling because doors are at the top. Okay, here we go. Juvenile experiences, warrior. That's what we want. Oh wait, no, this is a 2d6. So 24. Learned from nature. This is juvenile experiences, warrior. It was 24. It doesn't matter what the honest number was. Go there. And that is a level in Ranger. You've lived in nature and drew from nature. Pretty simple stuff. Alrighty.
Boy, I do like the way that song moves. And what a sensational arrangement. Here on KIKI.
You know, funny thing listening to this music is, you know, I have a wide variety of different types of music, just that's copyright free for stream. But funny thing is, I've used the city pop so much just because it's, you know, it's upbeat. It's like, oh shit, stream starting, guys. That it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of like this thing I set. Like, there's this one guy I watch. In his first video, he put on aviators for like because he was like reviewing the movie Cobra, and that just kind of became his thing afterwards. Plus, it just kind of fits well with like the background art. Okay, so what were they here? They were focused on accuracy, so we need to find the focus on accuracy for the adolescent experience table. Grab that. And do that. We're gonna embolden that just so it looks pretty and organized. I'm gonna roll that 1d6, and this will be their combat feat. 6. Fateful Encounter. Ooh. Fateful Encounter, which is weapon proficiency A. So basically what this feat does is you pick a weapon like, say, sword or axes, and you get... I know you get +1 to damage. I don't know if you get +1 to attack. And it allows you to use A rank weapons. I think it goes B, A, S, SS weapons. Okay, now let's see what the description is here. This one sounds cool. When you held the weapon in your hand, you felt a sensation like an electric shock. Throughout your life, you have been known to be a master of the weapon. Okay, so now we're gonna keep scrolling. Okay, that's for sorters. Sorters are more like the fencers. They're like the quick melee guys. Archer, magic warrior. The happenings table. Okay, I'm gonna save myself some time. No, don't copy here. Copy. Bada bing. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. So, clear oh, well, we didn't really need to do that, but whatever. Okay, so nothing in particular happened. No, none in particular. I should probably fix the chart because on the stream, the Word document is on the left, but on my end, it's on the right, which is why I always kind of just put my Word documents. So it's kind of jarring looking over and seeing the stream. And then second one is 6, which is the secret background again. Now that's fine, because secret background is probably the coolest of the options. And we know that's just going to be a 2d6. 21. Thank God I don't got that in it. Barbarous blood runs in the veins. Ooh. So basically there's monster blood in them. Interesting. You could probably tie that in like Dragon Forge shit, like demon, like a forge is powered by demons or something. Or maybe they made like their family a pact with a demon and now they're part demon as like the blowback. You know, typical tiefling shit. But if we do that, we could turn the dwarf into the nightmare. Which is, again, basically the tiefling race. But very interesting. And then we're going to roll a d6. For the final one, which is 1. Go to accidents and tragedies table. And where's accidents and tragedies? Right there. 45. Drifted out to sea. Okay, that one's a bit of an outlier, but who knows? That might be just the one we scrap, unless we can figure that one out. Alrighty. So let's see, we got a warrior dwarf who comes from a line of blacksmith who specialize in making metal armor. This dwarf in particular has all the talents to be a good blacksmith. They learned from nature, so they got a level in ranger. And faithful encounter. When they picked up a weapon, they became a master of it. And Bart... Oh, wait. Okay, so here's an idea. And this can work for both, like, a tortured protagonist or an antagonist. Which is what I want to look for, because these are going to be very fluid if I do incorporate them. So maybe this is like a hubris story. Maybe they come from a line of blacksmiths. Something happened. And now they have like a demonic axe or something that is like slowly turning them into a demon. Which might explain the nature, like maybe they ran away from civilization for a while. Or maybe that's like after like something happened with the family's reputation, they fled and just like lived off the land. Then they found the demon weapon. Very interesting. See, these this is the cool part about like making random characters, is the inspiration just kind of comes when you put this together. And then, actually, both of the elf and the dwarf are fairly dark, related to like evil things. And habits. It was like, I think it was like 80 that got to the tabbits. No, slightly above. And here's like a picture of a tabbit. It's basically like a rabbit person. I'm gonna clear the dice. Now looking at it, I probably should have done an overlay for this, but whatever. Alright, the Tabbit environment table. 51. Military related. So off the bat, Tabbits are kind of known for being like the magic class, so maybe they're like a war mage. Or maybe we'll get like the archetype of like the tiny race is actually like the warrior of the group. So let's see what we got here. Oh, I just realized. No, I'm using a different one. I think I'm using a different one. I noticed when I do like that I might accidentally be turning off the document. But you were born in a family belonging to the military. There is no resistance to the use of magic for war, and the value of actively using it took root. Of course, it's possible the opposite too. This Tabbit hates magic. It hates the stereotype of being a good mage. Okay, we're still scrolling. That's the problem with this, is there's a lot of scrolling because I have to account for every race with certain backgrounds. Elven. Dwarven. Almost there. Okay, here we go. The Tabbit childhood experiences. Alrighty. So, 2d6 is 26. Full of music, another bard option. Oh wait, this is remote support. You know what, that's fine. We were kind of going for war mages anyways. Six. So obviously with the music ideas, maybe like, what video game was it? I don't know the name, but the premise was like, it was kind of like a siege simulator game, and one of the classes was just like a dude blowing the bagpipes. I mean, there's probably a few games that do that, but that's what this guy probably could have been. Alrighty, so let's see here. What does this say? Your upbringing was always filled with music. Maybe you've been a street performer, street performer, a street corner musician, or a court musician. But by listening to music every day, you somehow came to understand music. Okay, that's Rune Folk. Nightmare. Lil Draken. Grass Runners. I wish they put, like, the Grass Runners' inability to, like, use mana and counter magic better on a race that wasn't super low on strength because they're tiny sized. That probably would have been better on another race. That way they could at least be like a caster or a rogue to compensate for their low strength and vitality. But it seems like they really want them to be like scouts and bards, which is... one could argue that's just the halfling life, isn't it? I mean, yeah, there's other options, but iconically they were always rogues. Oh, okay, here we go. 64. Which is, wait, where is this? This is juvenile. Juvenile experiences. Remote support. 64. And that was... took part in military. So they get 1 level in Fencer. Now for those that don't know, that 1/500, that's just 1 level of Fencer, which cost 500 XP. Major classes generally start with like the cost of like 1000 XP, and minors 500. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Okay, never mind. It's dying. Alright, so what does this say about taking part in the military? Okay. Maybe it was your master's hobby or the environment around you, but you learned to fight with weapons. It may have been a hobby, or it may have been a way of life. Okay, so that, yeah, that kind of just ties together, doesn't it? Okay, that's... okay, now we're in the adolescent. We want remote support. Boxer. Spy. Ugh. You know what they are? Because they have that level in Fencer. I think this guy's a magic warrior. I think he's a magic sworder. Alrighty. So let's see here. Oh wait, so no, we need to go back then. So let's see, where is that? Where's that me? Where was it? Magic sorter. So we need to go back to childhood experiences. Oh boy. Juvenile. Was it juvenile? Where was it? Oh no, wait, hold on. Because if we do that, then we gotta go to the magic warrior. So we... Whoopsies. Yeah, my finger's getting a workout scrolling so much. Okay, that's rune folk, so we're almost there. Okay, here we go. Like a magic warrior category. G6 is 51. Harsh battle. Focus on durability. Okay. So then, like, up here we'll go like magic sorter. So they're kind of like a red mage to paint a picture. You know, they got like the rapier and the, or the light weapon, and then they've got the magic. So let's see here. Go there. No, that's not right. Okay, fuck it. We'll just... Harsh battle. Focus on durability. I'm kind of doing this backwards. Just because you're supposed to, like, pick what kind of class you want and then roll from that, but I kind of like the more random nature. Okay. When you were a child, there was a terrible battle. You survived it and vowed to become an adult who could survive and help others. Or be scornful about it. And continue the vicious cycle of war and hatred. Scroll. Okay, now we're still on the... Okay, here we go. Okay, so if we do this, this might determine our casting class or our secondary, like, minor class. Because usually how it kind of works out is you take like 2 levels in a major class, and then you either take another level in a different major class or 2 different levels in 2 minor classes. Or if you want to be more of a rogue, because there really isn't a major class for it, it's like 2 levels in a minor class and then 2 more levels in a different minor class. So we'll see what we get here. 26. Can't live in the city. Ranger. Yeah, could live in the city. Oops. Minor Ranger 1 for 500 XP. You have been driven out of the city or lost your home. Or perhaps nature has always been your home. So maybe this Tabbit was in the military, or they lost their home and then they joined the military force. We go down to... where's the magic warrior? Battle. Lessons. Experiences. Magic sword. Organize that. Okay, that's just sorter. We want magic sorter if that's an option. I hate how there's practically no experiences for sorcerers, conjurers, priests, and fairy tamers. You get one of two options. Minstrel, here we go. Magic warrior, magic sorter. Oh wait, no. That's accuracy. We want durability. So let's go. What was it? It was D6. 2. Suffered while covering. You get the cover feat. Two. Suffered while covering. Cover 1. Okay, so what does this say? You were involved in an accident or a fight. You were badly injured, taking the place of someone else. But you felt something like fate that was there was someone who could be... What? But you felt something like fate that there was someone who could be saved by it. Okay. So maybe it's like a... I don't know, not let what happened to me happen to somebody else. Which is pretty noble, but we can still spin that as like an evil thing, like, yeah, you know, I did that, but how naive I was because I fucking died. Or something like that, or it made things worse, or they were a piece of shit. Alrighty, first happening table, 1d6. 4. None in particular. Oh, that's the wrong one. Copy. Oh, Jesus. Work with me here. Oh god, I got a cough. Okay. We've been going at, by the way. About 2 hours? Probably wrap this one up and then call it. I know this probably wasn't exciting as like watching a video game, especially if you don't know the rules, but I don't know, you might find interest in just seeing what the outcome is. But after this we'll probably call it. I'm getting kind of tired. Okay, so 1d6. Oops, that's a 2d6. 5. Which is... go to Fortunes and Happiness table. Let me write that down real fast. Okay. And that is 2d6. 33. Was admired by nobility and the powerful. Okay. What was that? 33. Okay, I got some ideas percolating. 6 for 6 on the 3rd. Go to fortune and happiness again. Copy that down. Because why rewrite that whole thing when I can just copy it? 11. Oops, that's the not that table. Adopted by a wealthy family. Adopted by a wealthy family. Okay, that kind of there's things in here. So they're a magic sorter Tabit who was born in a family belonging to the military, which was fine with using magic for war. There was a harsh battle who survived and vowed to become an adult who could survive and help others. Couldn't live in the city, either because you were driven out or you lost a home. Suffered while covering. So you're badly injured in place of somebody else, but you felt it was fate. There's someone that could be saved by doing so. You were admired by the nobility and the powerful. Adopted into a wealthy family. Okay, so here's probably what we could do. Is this Tabit had like their village raided or something. And so there's a big battle about it, and they survived, and they vowed to pretty much prevent that from happening to somebody else. So they trained. And they took a blow for somebody, or they covered somebody. That somebody could have been nobility, to which the nobility is thankful. And essentially adopted them symbolically by becoming their personal bodyguard. So, obviously for like, this could be a very chivalrous person. Very knight-esque, if you want the good side, but on the evil side it could be, you know, they found their place protecting this one noble, but the nobleman's evil, so they're more of like a lawful evil type deal. Or like a true lawful, I stick by my vow type thing. That's how they could be an antagonist. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, we have 4 different characters here. That's pretty good. I mean, we still have like the Rune Folk, the Nightmare, the Lycant, the Little Draken, and pretty much all the other races, but we've been going for 2 hours. That's kind of a good stopping spot. Again, I just kind of wanted to, well, let's just state this first. I just kind of wanted to do something different today, that way I'm just not like exclusively streaming like me playing Digimon, which I won't be streaming tomorrow unless something comes up, in which case I'll probably be playing Digimon, but that's usually because it's Pathfinder Day. I know I talked about that earlier if you saw that, but you know, it's a commitment thing. And so after that, on Tuesday, I'll probably stream some more Digimon. I did some grinding. It wasn't a lot of grinding, that much really. But we got some that are also like primed to Digivolve there. MZ. And I think Beetleborg? I'm not sure. I have to go back. I definitely know MZ is gonna like turn into Devimon. Then we're gonna immediately Digivolve them all the way so they can become Impmon into Vilemon, Lady Devimon, Lilithmon. That way we have a dark type caster. But other than that, if you stopped by, thank you for coming by. And if you want to learn about Sword World, all the materials I have here are free fan translated versions. So you can probably find them on their Reddit or join the Discord below. and there's a link straight to where I got all my stuff. There's a lot of good resources here. There's also a lot of replays if you just want to like get a feel and read what some people have. Replays are basically like watching Critical Role. It's pretty much them playing their like play into a transcript. So with that, oh my god, yes, I'm still watching. But with that, hope everyone has a good night. And again, greatly appreciate if you stop by. Take care, everybody. Let me go ahead and bada bing. Alright, where's the thing? Alrighty. Take care, everybody.
One day I will just flip, like I'll just lose it. We were talking about that today, actually, where I work, and I'm the only person who hasn't like yelled at somebody or like, you know, cussed them out or something. But everybody's just like, the day I do is gonna be like, nobody's gonna want to be near me. 'Cause I don't even want to be near me.
Frog's gonna snap, and everyone's gonna know he does when you hear this. He's gonna take the frying pan to somebody.
I will find the cast iron.
And heard across the world.
You guys will one day just feel a slight reverberation and maybe just the faintest sound of a cast iron hitting somebody.
Yeah,
and you'll be like, today's the day.
Off in the distance. Or it's gonna be like that one bit in SpongeBob. You're gonna hit someone with a pan. All of a sudden, you know, I'm gonna be at work. It's like, Hawk, what's wrong? I don't know. I felt a disturbance. I need to go. What now? Yes, I get in my car and I drive to Frog's restaurant.
Meanwhile, the entire police force and 3 ambulances.
I drive into the back. You're like looking for a way out, and I give the secret honk.
Yeah, that's the secret. There is no back way out. I gotta go through the where the bathroom is. I just go through the bathroom, right? So where the bathroom is, there's just like this opening at the top, right? I think I can fit through that if I can just climb up there and not cut myself. So like maybe do you have a sunroof?
I don't.
It might be a little bit harder, but I might be able to somehow just dive into like the back seat, right? Like, hey guys, I gotta go use the bathroom. Just dive into your back seat.
Oh no, here's what we're gonna do, because we're already breaking the law. I'm gonna drive over to your state, I'm gonna rent a convertible, and then you can just jump in through there.
You know what? Yeah, I like that idea. Look.
They can't run, they won't be able to run my plates. I mean, they'll be able to trace the fact that I bought a rental car, but...
Who cares?
It's fine, it's just the CIA. Look, as long as we can get across seas before they find us, we're good.
Just gotta get up to the Canadian border.
Or yeah, just make it cross country. I'd rather go to Mexico, it'd be harder to find us.
Yeah. What's in Mexico, Frog? Mexicans.
Exactly.